did I say where I am? I'm at Mungrisdale, and I've not been here before, ridiculously, in like 30 years of exploring the lakes. Bannerdale and the Coldbeck area I'm not done. So I've done Glencaffra to death hundreds of times, but not this lot. So we're going to go around here and up the ridge to the top. No sign of the A66 from here, and my objective today is the ridge just showing in the middle there up to Bannerdale Crags. The window I've got for being up in the lakes, I've got about 9 days. I've just missed an awesome bunch of days with inversions and clear skies, but never mind. Today is the change where it's pressure's changing, so not quite sure what's going to happen tonight. At the moment there's fog on the top. I think it lifts but stays cloudy. There's only supposed to be maybe 10 miles an hour wind in the morning still at the moment. But I've not been out since my Scaffold Pike film, when I bivvied on the top for the mountain rescue fundraiser. Have a look at that if you didn't see it, because I did filmed the whole of the corridor route and the route down over Escalls. So that was a lovely trip out. But I've been to the Pyrenees since and done an awesome scramble and some via ferrata, and yeah, getting back to it. So let's see what we do. Bit of bog showing on the map, and they've put this nice pavement in. These must be flipping heavy. Looks like a limestoney type thing. I should think they weigh a fair bit. I wouldn't have liked to put that down. Anyway, back on the gravel. Yeah, down near the river, when you take the path directly up there, by the river there's a sign saying path closed because it's dangerous. Significant risk of further landslips, which is the one that runs along the stream bed, or next to the stream bed. But they've done a diversionary one which I stumbled across, which is good, because I thought I was going to have to just beat the bracken, but if you carry on up that path, the main one, you can see it come off. It looks relatively new. It's just, yeah, anyway, when I get up there I'll just mill around and look for what I think is the most suitable pitch. I was even debating, looking at the view right now, whether to actually pitch on the ridge there. Could do that. That's a good thing about having your house on your back. You can decide to stop or go on whatever's best for the day. Yeah, it looks like it's taking us back down towards the river, which is good, because then we'll just be on the main path. This is fun. This hill is like a sponge, absolutely soaking, so make sure you've got your waterproof trainers, boots or socks, or you don't mind getting your feet wet. Fortunately these sailors, this is my second pair of sailors. I can't remember the names of these ones. These are more like a mountain trainery boot. They're still quite a boot. The other ones are a bit more alpine type, a bit like the Scarpa Manta, but they're a bit lighter than that. And and both of them have been really good with the waterproofness. I know a lot of people complain about mountain boots starting to let water in, but my other sailors, I've had them for about maybe 5 years, never leaked. And these ones, I think I'm on my 2nd year, and I'm the type of person that will always just walk straight through, unless for some reason I want to keep my, in the winter I'll try and keep my boots drier, because especially if you're overnight they get cold, don't they freeze. But if I'm just doing a day, I'll just get them wet, and they've always been waterproof, so pretty chuffed with these. Anyway, stop gassing and get on with it. Where shall I go here? I think I will just go through there, because this is slippery. That's deeper and a bit more dicey. So we'll just pick a route. It's not too slippery, that's good. Oh, a couple of stones. Lovely jubbly. So I don't think I mentioned my sort of overall plan. I'm going to go up to Bannerdale Crags via the ridge, hopefully camp there. I was hoping if I got a view that I'd just have a nice view back over Blencathra. Oh, sorry. And then in the morning I'll turn right east and go over Bowscale, and then I've not seen Bowscale Tarn, and I was going to go down via that and back to the car. Basically to scout, because I've not been there before, but also just scout it out for future either camp or winter routes, because it's a nice area, quite accessible. Well, we're on the ridge, and that middle one there is the tongue, goes up to Bowscale Fell. That's just on the right of the top of that. That's Bannerdale Crags up there. Oh, I'm thinking if the clouds just don't budge, the tent on this little lump here would be fantastic, because I'd still get to see things this evening. It's all about what the cloud does. The lump on the ridge. Could pitch here somewhere, but I'm going to plod on up, because that was my goal. I can always drop down if I really want to. It's nice here, but I'm going to go on the top and hope for the best for the morning. Yeah, first off, it's just a zigzaggy path, and definitely some mine workings here. Look. Nothing massive, but you can really see the path from down on the ridge, but it just picks its way to the left of the actual ridge edge, so there's no real hard scrambling, just lots of steps, but easy peasy, and I'm not too far from the top. Still getting the cloud, I'm just on the very bottom edge of it. But mountains, innit? Oh, it's heather. All that green stuff was heather, mostly. Probably some blueberry and all that, but it's definitely mostly heather. All the side there. It's funny, isn't it? Must be because it's getting different weather. It's a bit sheltered. Awesome. Top's just here. Well, the summit cam happens to be a handy little chair. Not much to see. Crags are there. Oh, Bowscale is there somewhere, and Blencathra is there. So yeah, It's a waiting game now. It looks like it's going to be a quiet one, and the drone wouldn't have been much good, would it? So the fact that I've left it at home doesn't matter. Bit moody, isn't it? There's the ridge I come up over there. It's looking good. Can't make my mind up where to pitch though. I think I might be going back to the top, because I've come down between Bannerdale and Bowscale. This would be nice if it was flat and I had the drone, but it's not, and I haven't. Nice little promontory. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go back up to Bannerdale. I've got the little seat there for having breakfast, and we'll just see what the weather does, whether the cloud lifts or drops. It's supposed to lift a bit, I think, but it's not at the moment. I love to go wandering along the mountain ridge. Well, I'm going to pitch there. It's almost level, mostly because there's nothing better nearby, and I've got a nice seat for breakfast or dinner, or contemplating the night sky. I've looked at the weather forecast again. It is supposed to just be lifting slightly during the evening, so I'm just hoping that it does that. It's not supposed to rain until tomorrow evening. Yep, I'm on the move. I just wasn't happy with anywhere to pitch the tent there, because I like to be near the edge of the hill, and I thought I'd like to be near the top where I can sit, but it's just nothing very flat, and I'm still not convinced about the view if I've got one. Well, it would have been alright that way. I think I would have only just about cropped Blinkaffer, so I don't know. Well, so what I'm doing is I'm walking back where I was earlier. I'm going to get up about 50 metres higher. I'll be in the clag still, but I'm banking on the morning that clag would have gone. So we'll go down and see if this is a better one. I say go down, it's down a little bit and then up 100 metres. So I've got time. It's still only about 4:30, 4:45. Well, I'm on the top of Bowscale. Well, I think it's the top. There's another cairn over there, maybe that's it. Nice little seat and shelter here, and I've spotted a little flat bit I could pitch. And there's even a good pitch here. So I'm going to just go across to the edge over the tarn before the light fades too much, make my mind up, and at least I know I can come back here and there's a good spot, and then from there I'll get views both ways definitely if the clouds lift. Oh yeah, so that's Tarn Crag just come into view. That's 660 metres. I've just come from Bowscale, which was 720, so it's a bit low over here, but in this dip here is where we'll see over to the tarn. There's a wonderful Bowscale tarn, but I'm starting to panic now because there's nowhere flat here, and let's go right over there, and I don't know where I want to do that. No, I'm going to head back up to the top where that shelter was. This unfortunately means I'm going to be cutting it fine for the light, but I'm thinking it is definitely lifting slightly, and I don't really want to go over there. I mean, it looks like it's probably quite nice, but you're right in the view of some of the houses and stuff, so I'm going for high, With altitude comes solitude, as a famous YouTuber might say. Well, I managed to pitch up before it got totally dark, and there it is. I brought the Storm Star out again. I'm going to look for a summer only tent. I don't want to break the bank because I probably would only use it, I'm just awesome fair weather stuff. So I'm looking maybe at the Lanshan Pro, just the one. I just want a small lightweight tent, and I don't want to break the bank. This one here is for most of the time when it's could be windy, could be rainy, or it's winter. It's cold but not too cold, so I've got the Leviathan, which is obviously a cheap sort of cold weather option. Still feathers. Got the Nature Hike sleeping pad, which is I think 5 or 6R, can't remember. And then I've got the Trekology pillow I've been using for years because it does what it says on the tin. Anyway, so what we've got I don't really know this this is Carrock Fell. I think that's Carrock Fell there, but then it could be that one. But that's like north of where I am. I don't really know all the names. Blencathra is over there. In fact, that might be, that's Sharp Edge, isn't it? Sticking up there. Must be. What else would it be? I'll get my bearings. That's the tent. The view is just about coming. It's going to be not a bad location, to be fair. I was tempted to pitch just over there actually and get a full Monty that way, but because I've never seen this side, I thought I'd just leave it here. It's a nice flat mossy, it's got some there's a lot of stones underneath, so getting the pegs in was a bit iffy. I've only done the quarters. I've only pegged in the corners and the main panels, a guide, but I didn't put the guys out on the corners. No point, there's not going to be any wind tonight. So that's the Kui again. So this will be my kitchen, and there's the ridge I came up over there. That's Bannerdale Crags. I've walked across here, up this Blencathra. Or should I have just stuck to my guns and gone on, stayed by Bannerdale summit and been a closer view of Blencathra? These are the questions we ask ourselves as wild campers. I'll tell you what, it's such a good thing not having a breath of wind, as in like from the air, or not me, because even though it's not particularly warm, it's just so easy to keep warm. It's very comfortable. So that's nice. So it might clag in again, but at least it's warm. So yeah, the delights of spicy pork noodles. Let's see if I can cook them properly this time, because I seem to always end up with something a bit, either there's still something crunchy or or too watery, or I don't know. But on the colder, longer evenings, I quite like having the flame. I've only got a cheap stove, and Andy Beaver's told me about the old fireproof mat. It's good if you're on the grass. I mean, I don't need it here, I just put it there for fun. But yeah, it's good to there's loads of little spiders. Spidey coming out for the warmth. This Simond jacket, it's got a massive pouch pocket inside, and I've got me dinner in there. I've just had a little taste. It's fantastic. It's really worked this time for some reason. Very spicy, but there's little spiders all over the place here, and I'm thinking I'll leave my tent open. So what I'm going to do is snuff out me stove. Get off. I've got my hot chocolate there with extra carnation squeeze of condensed milk from my little tube. That is a fantastic thing. I've told you before, but a little tube of carnation condensed milk. It's good for a splash of milk and it doesn't go off. The only thing is it's very sweet, but in hot chocolate, oh my goodness. Anyway, I'm just going to pick some bits up, go back to the tent and eat my food, because I'm a bit worried about the fact I've left the door open and I don't want. Honey, I'm home. Right. Dinner. Ooh, yeah. Anyway, I'll have this. And my hot chocolate. And then have another look out. I think we've got a bit more cloud on the tops again. I'll come back up the top with my spider friends just to finish me grub there and me drink. I've got a long night in the tent, so I might as well make the most of it. I can just about see the other tops at the moment, but it's more or less dark now. So yeah, it's going down well. That is. I've obviously shut the tent up. That's why I went over there. There was just some daddy long legs in there, and it's actually turned out alright. It was lovely sitting up on the summit there, having my dinner. I could just about see the tops, so it's been alright actually. Definitely better because there's no wind. But so yeah, I'm going to just finish, do my second drink and chill for a bit, and I'll catch you at bedtime. This Leviathan, I mean, it's not as good quality, the OEX, as a lot of the high-end sleeping bags, but it's definitely a good bag for sort of just medium cold. But my next camp I'll probably bring out the old Rab. I bought an excellent Rab 1100. I think it's Expedition version. It's got like the better outer on it, but I got it second hand on eBay. It's just someone had been on one trip with it, used it a few nights, and then sold it. So I got it good value compared to new. I mean, a lot of people wouldn't want to do that, but I've always bought the odd bit of second hand to save me some money. Especially if it's kit that's like top end, but you're not really going to use it all the time. Anyway, waffle. I'm going to go to bed now. I'm quite cosy here. 7 AM. And I'm going to have a little peek. Woo. It's a very different view of Blencathra. Nice. Well, it's going to deteriorate today, so I'm just going to get down. Just have a think about whether I want to go back down to the tarn. Or down, I think I'm going to go down the tongue. Nice coffee bag. Doesn't feel quite as cool this morning. It's like a battle against the daddy longlegs. There's gazillions of them. I'll have to try and brush them off the tent before I roll it up. They're all on the outside of the inner. The sun's almost poking through. It just give a little bit of light over there on Blencathra just then. Gorgeous. Just putting the tent away now. Shake off the arachnids, and I'll get moving. Nice. I wasn't sure what I was going to get this morning. Forecast was a bit difficult to read. Well, there we are. Leave no trace as usual. I've just realised how red I am this morning. I've put my waterproof on just for a bit of a wind jacket. I've got my red trousers and my red bag, so I'm a bit leery, but hey ho. I was going to leave my down jacket on. I was so toasty, but I know once I get moving that's probably going to be a bit of overkill. Anyway, let's head on that way and then down over the tongue. Some people coming up over there. About to see the end of the tongue coming through there. I'll be walking over there. And there's the tongue. Nice old stroll down there. So if it was blowing a gale, I could just take the path that goes down, traverses along the side down back to the river where I started, but we'll go over here. It looks nice. Coming up on a little summit in a minute on the end of the ridge, and then we'll be down to the car. But yeah, it's a lovely area. I'm glad I came here. This has been on my list for ages. This is where I was going to camp for the fundraiser in June, but I can't remember why I changed it, but I thought no, I'll do a bivvy, and I did the scaffold bike instead. Coming to a new location you get a very different view and very different perspective. It's good. I liked it when I was on over Riggindale. I camped and got the inversion. I was near Kidsey Pike. The view of High Street there is really a really pretty mountain from that angle. Same as Blencathra is very different from this angle. So it's nice when you get out and about and see some of your favourite sort of mountains from other angles. They give you a totally different view. It's the very end of the fells, really. Yeah. Nice. There you go. I'd noticed actually how sort of gnarly the summit area and the front of Blencathra down towards LakeDistrict Fell and all that is from here. You can just see it poking up over there. That's all downhill from now. Just take the path off the end here back down to Mungrisdale. That's been kind of good because it stayed dry. If you stayed here this long, well done, congratulations. I was going to just mention, I mean, this film is a bit subpar because I've forgotten a lot of my gear. No drone, no mic, no tripod, so it was a bit awkward trying to do anything, B-rolls and stuff. So hopefully next time it'll be a little bit more interesting and a bit more quality. In the new year, I'm going to be up here a lot more, so I'm going to get, as the year goes on next year, I'm going to get more regular, and eventually from June definitely going to aim for one a week, better quality and regular, so that'll be good. So please stick around. If you've not subscribed, hit that subscription. If you have subscribed, thank you so much. Subscription numbers isn't my aim. My aim is just to do a better job and to enjoy. I enjoy the place wherever I am in the mountains. I really enjoy it, and I love to try and capture it. So that's the intent of my channel, is just to capture the wonderful places I get to and are privileged to get to and able-bodied enough. So stick around, hit the subscription or the notifications, and please do the likes. It all helps just get the thing out there. And drop comments. I always enjoy the comments. Don't be too harsh. But yeah, get in the comments and say hello. Next year when I'm up here all the time, maybe I can meet up with a couple of you, especially those that already chat with me. It'd be lovely to meet up, whether we meet up on the top for a camp or go out for a day, whatever. So anyway, I'm going to make my way down, and thanks for joining me. Catch you soon. Stay safe out there. I wasn't going to film until I got down to the flat, but yeah, if you're going to do this path down from the tongue down straight down to the river, that is very much fun in the wet because it's pretty steep. It's easy, it's just most of it's, I mean, I've just got to a bit of rock here, but most of it's like muddy steps, but it's very steep. So if that was wet, I should think it would be a bit of a pain in the doodahs. Anyway, I can just carry on, plod down here. We're going straight down somewhere to the main path, and then we're done.